Hi, I'm Chuck Coker. I am the CEO of LifeThrive Performance Systems and also the Grand Master of Yesha Ministries. One of the most important aspects of my life came at a time that was really, really difficult, and it was when my wife passed away. I realized at that point that perhaps there was something that I'd missed, because the world, the accolades, and the other things that came during that process were good, but they just didn't last. I was fortunate enough to speak on the same stage with Zig Ziglar, and I asked him, "What's the secret of your success, Zig?" And he said, "Helping other people, investing in other people." And while I heard it, it really didn't resonate with me at that particular time until my wife passed. And at that point, it was like, God put his hands on my shoulders and just shook me and literally said, "Did you hear what he said?" When I heard that mentally, it was a time that I began to reinvest in the next generation, not just my children, but within the ministry that I started some 40 plus years ago. The legacy that I have created is all about investing in the next generation, because the first part of my life was invested in me, and quite frankly, it wasn't that pretty. I founded LifeThrive Performance Systems in order to begin to identify the things in life that I had missed earlier, and that was being able to see people for who they were and accept them for who they were. LifeThrive Performance System was designed and focused on the fact that your uniqueness is your greatest asset. And I want to help you maximize your potential. But what I discovered through the process was that each individual's uniqueness would not allow a standardized approach for everyone. So all of the courses that I have created online, which are 11 at this point, are all focused on understanding yourself as an individual, how you fit into the team and the culture that you work with, so that your growth and development not only enhances you, but enhances the people around you and the organization as a whole. And so in that process, opening people up to their natural capacity and abilities and showing them the objective approaches that they can incorporate in their life actually accelerates the growth and development process. On my website, I have free assessments for behavior, spiritual gifts, fruit of the Spirit, and even to help you understand where you fit in the culture that you're in at this point. I want you to have those because they are basic to your growth and development. I also have more in-depth information that's available to you also, and that is probably going to be what's required if you desire that coaching, that development, and growth to be really serious about the direction that you're headed in. I believe, especially over the last 40 plus years of my commitment to the Lord, that He has put me in a position to where I understand that accolades, praise, or commendations, or whatever you want to call them, that come to you really don't originate with our actions. Humility allows us to depend on the Holy Spirit's guidance. If we don't have that guidance, we have no knowledge, we have no wisdom. As I have focused my attention on investing in the next generation and people, God's brought the accolades along, and honestly have to ask myself what David said. Who am I, Lord? I think that since the Lord created a lasting legacy for David, He's created one for me. Not that the rest of the world may ever know. But to be honest, it doesn't really matter, because His kingdom is where it rests. Whatever I can leave you to better yourself, either through my website, through my courses, through the assessments, through coming to our martial arts ministry and growing and developing through that process, it's my gift to you. I hope you'll take the time to absorb the things that God has shared with me, not because they're the end all, but because they're available. And I think one of the most important things that I learned years and years ago was that 90% of growing your life in Christianity is by being faithful, just showing up. And if you'll show up, God will too.